and welcome to the Big Gardens Farm to School program. My name is Stephanie Finklia. Today's lesson is all about garlic. In today's lesson, we're going to learn what garlic is and some things that we can use garlic for. So let's get started. So this is garlic. Garlic is a member of the allium family. Allium is a plant family that includes things like onions, shallots, and leeks. So let's take a closer look at a garlic bulb. This is a bulb of garlic. A garlic bulb is comprised or made up of several different smaller pieces called cloves. So let's break this garlic apart and take a look at it. Wow. This is a pretty big garlic clove. This is one clove of garlic, and there are several more in a bulb. Garlic also has a stalk, this middle piece right here that grows up out of the ground. Did you know garlic grows underneath the ground? Yeah. So garlic can be used for several different things. It can be used to flavor your food, but did you know that it can also be used as a medicine? Oh yeah. Garlic is antiviral, antifungal, and antibacterial. What that means is it can help you fight off sickness like colds and flus. So eating garlic is really good for your immune system. So let's take a look at some of the different things we can make with garlic. I really like to make something called garlic butter, and I like to put it on bread and toast it in the oven. So I'm going to show you how to make garlic butter. I'm going to take a bowl and 1 stick of butter that's been softened at room temperature. So you'll probably have to take it out of your refrigerator and set it on the counter for about an hour or two to make it nice and soft. See how it looks kind of melty? So we're going to put that in our bowl. Whew. Then we're going to use some salt, about a teaspoon or so. About a teaspoon of pepper. And a tablespoon of parsley. Seems like we're missing something. What do you think it is? Garlic! Well, geez. Let's take our garlic clove and let's chop it up into smaller pieces to mix it in with our butter. So I'm taking off the little papery bits, but there is an easier way to do this. We'll take a garlic clove and lay it flat on your cutting board. Then you'll use your knife. Now make sure you have an adult present who can do this for you and show you how it's done. So you'll take your garlic clove, separate it into just 1 clove. I've got 2 here. And you're going to use the flat side of your knife to press it against the garlic clove. Then you're going to take the heel of your hand and slam it down. Whew, gotta be careful. Let's try that again. That's going to crush your garlic and make it easier to take the little papery bits off. Now, I'm going to use a device called a garlic press. If you don't have one at your house, that's okay. We can use our knife, and I'll show you that in a moment. But if you do have a garlic press, it looks something like this, where you'll put your garlic in this container, and then you'll squeeze it really hard. Woo! And you'll see small bits of garlic come out on the other side. You can take your knife and scrape those bits off. And you're left with a little bit of garlic on the inside. So that's a garlic press. But what if you don't have one? Well, that's okay, because you can use your knife to cut your garlic into small pieces. So again, we're going to use our knife to crush the garlic. And get that paper off. Now we're going to slice the garlic into small pieces. Hold your knife in between your pointer finger and your thumb and make small cuts. So this would be slicing your garlic. Then we're going to cut those slices into even smaller pieces. That's called mincing when they're really, really tiny. It can be a hard thing to learn, and that's okay. Try out this type of cutting with an adult. Let them show you how to do it first. It can take a while to make sure that you're doing this properly and safely. And you just keep dicing, keep cutting until those pieces of garlic get really, really small. Now we can see the difference between garlic that was used with a garlic press and garlic that was minced with a knife. We're going to do this to 2 more garlic cloves. So you're going to put 4 whole garlic cloves into your butter. Let's use the garlic press this time. It's kind of fun. Squeeze really hard. Sometimes you might need an adult to help you. And 1 more clove. Still going to use my knife to help take off some of this paper. That one was hard. Once you've chopped up all your garlic or used your garlic press for your 4 garlic cloves, we're going to put those in our bowl with our butter and our spices. My fingers are all sticky from the garlic. Now all we have to do is stir it up. And there you are, easy peasy. Now, what I like to do is take a little bit of this garlic butter, spread it on some toast or a roll, and put it in the oven to bake for just a little bit to let those pieces of garlic get nice and roasted, and then eat it like garlic toast. It's really delicious. I suggest you try it. Let's talk a little bit about planting garlic. You plant garlic, not with seeds like you do most things, but with the garlic clove. So you'll pull a piece apart and plant one whole clove in the ground, about 2 inches deep. Leave the papery part on because it helps protect that garlic. Let's take a look at what it looks like inside a garlic clove. And if you notice, right down on the bottom, that's where the plant is going to come from. So you'll plant the whole clove and a plant will emerge from the ground from this tiny little spot. You plant garlic cloves in the fall so that they'll stay in the ground all winter long, and then in the summer you can harvest a nice big garlic bulb. So let's take a look at what it looks like to plant out in our garden beds. To plant garlic in your garden bed, you want to make sure your soil is nice and loose. So you can use a trowel or a garden fork, but you're just going to work the soil to make sure it's nice and loose. And that looks really good. So take your garlic bulb and break off one clove. Each clove in your garlic bulb will produce one garlic plant, a whole new bulb. So to plant your garlic, you're going to dig a hole about 2 inches deep. So I'm going to use my trowel and dig. Perfect. When you plant your clove, you want the flat side to go in the ground and the pointy side to point up, because that's how the plant's going to grow. Then you'll lightly cover it with soil. You can plant another clove 3 inches away from it. Now remember, you want to leave the paper on your garlic clove because it's going to protect it. And the flat side down, pointy side up. Because we're planting our garlic in the fall, we need to put something over it to keep it warm all winter long. So you're going to use something like leaves or newspaper or straw to put on top of your garlic, about 4 inches thick. It's going to help keep your cloves warm and help keep them in the ground all winter long. So we'll just kind of break up these leaves on top. You'll want to plant your garlic at least 2 weeks before the first frost and the ground freezes. So you want to plant about mid-October, early November. And you'll have a nice, wonderful harvest of large garlic bulbs come mid-July. Well, thank you for joining me today to learn about garlic, where we talked about what garlic is and some things that you can do with it. Next time you're at the grocery store, buy some garlic if you can, and try a different recipe using garlic. Thank you for joining me, and have a great day.